afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane. We are off here to our 1 versus 1 on Mosky. We shall be watching the northern half. Panzergrenadier Angreifen here fighting for the Wehrmacht for the 116th Panzer Division Vinhund, going up here against DavidKH, fighting for the United States of America and the 5th Infantry Division here with Infantry Company, Airborne and Rifle Company. Ever popular, though briefly was out, but seems to be being a slight steady return then, sort of chosen, and well, actually just being there. Versus Angreifen, who's actually going straight on for mechanized assault, and actually starting out with assault grenadiers. An interesting choice there. And the second pioneer unit there arriving for Angreifen, starting opposite up there with a rather submachine gun heavy approach versus his opponent, which could go well or not so well, depending on where the assault gunners and such are caught out in the open. Since currently they do struggle a bit versus Riflemen. Back here to David. Second rifle squad there arriving. Pioneers moving out. Assault gunners moving over to the other side. Interesting enough, there's been no attempt here from him to actually secure the fuel point. Rather peculiar opening move, in particular on Simwaski. He seems like now to be rushing towards here, wiring off bits and pieces. But again, no initial interest towards them. These will be sent up there. So a very sort of peculiar opening there from Angreifen already. Not what I'm particularly used to seeing. We are seeing Rifle Company out here for David, opening up for some veteran riflemen to be called up. And there you go, halfway to veteran 2 already. Looks like he's wiring off this small island here, going to make it harder for his opponent to approach. Interesting start up there by Angreifen. And it is following up. All quiet. Beyond that, rear echelon troops seem to have been forgotten a bit down here, though they're probably enjoying it. Probably wishing they were back in the rear echelons, cooking, filing stuff or whatever they would do there. Quick reconnaissance moving into the building. They're secured as well. Grenadier, pioneers moving north. Sort of a broad approach here. Maybe too broad by Angreifen. I mean, he could risk being overwhelmed, but so far the way that David sort of has been approaching the map as well has all ensured that Angreifen has been immediately pushed away either. I mean, he could very easily risk, for example, his assault gunners getting ganged up on by riflemen and basically shot to pieces. Rather, here again, we see here Yaxi's using the terrain good to sort of try and sneak up in his opponent, at least for presumed paths. Good job there, by the way. Certainly a fellow that does seem to understand how to at least try and get the most out of his assault gunners. Quick shift into the building here, though he has to actually shift them up further because, well, here's the thing. Only really one window here can shoot back, and there we go. We do see Angreifen is quick to shift up further here. Needs to be careful to get out here to the side where the gunners here can actually shoot up from either of the sides with more windows in it. So right, he actually needs to get out of this, otherwise he might end up having the advantage here to his opponent, though somehow they're still holding up despite only one guy firing out the window. Meanwhile, man engaged on here, on troops looking to the pioneers. Grenadiers being held up here by riflemen, and the grenadiers already suffering losses. Fritz went down there by the lake. And there you go, getting caught up front. Vechi, 2 riflemen. Both sides losing a few men, but there you go, the arrival of further riflemen does force them away, and we're seeing another veteran unit arriving, though fully veteran to 1, and not a point of XP more and not less. Grenadiers holding up here. But already down to 2 men. The losses occurred all here by the riflemen, and the damage done was quite harmful there already to Angreifen. Winding off here. He really sort of wants to sort of cover up his flank here. Not bad, not bad. Not a lot of players will consider that, but that's certainly a bit of a bolder approach there. Basically winding off sort of so he can... Essentially, what he's trying to do is sort of cut down the amount of frontage he has to cover. Of course, he can risk it actually getting cut, but essentially means he can just sort of focus here and have to worry about less here, though, of course, again, Bart-wise can easily screw that. In that case, it can end with Angreifen actually doing himself a bit of a bad favour. Since, again, if he leaves this completely mentally open, or at least secured, I mean, if he gets caught from here, it could hurt him really bad if David pulls off one hell of a flank assault. Bunker up there, more grenadiers arriving in before choosing up here to stop any advantage from the Americans. The grenadiers still remain inside the building a bit broad, and we're seeing grenades up already of David. 4 riflemen, grenades available already. And there you go, quick pineapple grenade on the MG. Bit of damage there, and the truck blown to bits. Already being pushed off the field again. Medic bunker built, but needs to be upgraded towards it. Not really much else you can build there, obviously. Right, here we are seeing that David is going a bit for the juggle here, and we are seeing here mines up a Teller mine, so protect against any rushes here with vehicles. Early on, not bad, not bad. An assault going in there. Trying to pull towards here, try to draw away from the building. MG42 keeps the cut-off point covered.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
And there you go, barbed wire's up, so already there. The defences that Angreifen laid down, the barricades and whatever, have been cut through.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Pioneers are continuing up here. That's going to have to draw away forces from David over towards the west. Good, good. Opening in front of the. And there we go. Rather quick taking up position again. That's going to make it very difficult for Angreifen to actually push him away from here. I mean, if he can get off some assault grenades here, but I don't think he's got the taking for it. And there you go. The flamethrower, but already here the Pioneers already heavily wounded. Now it's down to just the Grenadiers and the assault grenadiers, and they're all themselves also quite depleted. They're fighting versus a quite veteran unit. Closing in on Veterans 2, and there you go, full retreat as the rear troops with their own minesweeper arrive. So far, Angreifen is not finding himself Angreifing very successfully. Definitely struggling here early on versus David. Then good use of the buildings, terrain. Not so much ability usage, but at the same time, I mean, if there's anything just to really cause issue, he could pop off a smoke screen grenade as well. And a captain arrives, so we're seeing a bit of aggressive taking going on here from David. The captain arrives, taking up. Point there secured. And a mortar arriving, good choice. I mean, he's really sort of digging in, so a mortar would certainly help a bit, but that could also fall a bit more defensive. There go grenades, dealing with the grenades, trying to sort of retake the fuel point, at least hold it. Larger counterattack going in there from the Pioneers. Bit of desperation maybe sensed there by Angreifen. Oh, that's a bad move. That shed's actually very small. Also doesn't have as many windows. We do see that here that David realizes there could be better places to hang out than a small shed. But meanwhile, he's grabbing most of the rest of the territory. The struggle is very much against Angreifen at the moment here. And needs to do something to sort of really get back. Captain moving up. Anti-tank gun on the way. Clearly expecting something from Angreifen there. Of the vehicular kind.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
There you go, anti-tank gun on the way. Some might have expected a howitzer would sort of been more initially useful than an anti-tank gun at this stage. In particular, you'll have the capture of guard, or he might even gone straight for a Steward light tank. But so far, does not seem to. And there got grenade as well. Assault going in here, mortaring away, forcing the riflemen out. That should open things out a bit more, allowing the Gladiators actually cross the street here, get into the village proper. Good job there, good job there. We do see a contact going in here. The rifleman. Oh, the MG42, by the way, it's not pointing it to cover. And the rifleman could in fact clear out the MG42 here. Nicely done there by David. Further forcing out the rifleman, quickly putting a stop there to the assault grenadiers. Already a heavy struggle here going on versus Angreifen. Ambulance on the way. Mortaring force. Could see the gun go down. Ooh, very close, very close. Looks like something did some nasty damage to them. Maybe the gunners inside here were able to get off a few good shots. Either way, lots of dead Amerikaner, and the MG42 got cleared out. This is definitely not looking bright for the 116th Panzer Division at the moment. Rifling up, they're like going to pop a grenade here through the side. There we go. We was quick to evacuate. Multi-force weight grenadiers bring up more grenadiers arriving. Most of the pressure now being sent here in the village, where Angreifen is basically trying to sort of push through and establish some kind of safe zone. He also needs to get this MG4 to recruit. He would need to do some pioneers for that. Another grenade here. He's really keeping up the pressure with that. This time, though, he didn't retreat out of the building, but he didn't lose an entire unit on it, so I suppose that was a small relief for him. Ambulance taking up a position here behind the church. Now going to to recruit. Grenadiers and mortar crew ready as well. Now going to move forward, straight into everything. And here going countering veteran 2 riflemen. Flamethrower on the way as well here, found his men. That's definitely going to cause a bit of a problem here. And over to Angreifen. MG4 setting up, troops slowly advancing. Taking up done. Here we are seeing a second battle phase available. So he could in theory begin taking up after say a Panzer IV or a Flak Panzer. And there goes the Palmer Corps is up for Angreifen. At least going up. Not on infantry though, he might want to consider getting at least one more Grenadier squad at the current moment, or maybe some. No, he can't get Panzer Grenadiers, so never mind. In fact, I'm a bit surprised he didn't go for a light mechanized company. You'd usually expect that, but he seems to have opted against it. Getting a big 2-point back seems to be as a priority before sort of cutting off the munitions. Minor attempt harassment up here is quickly encountering some serious issues. There's walking around with a flamethrower, burning the Krauts. Boiling the Bosch, and a quick set of assault grenades there leaves little impression upon the Americans. Might as well have been throwing firecrackers at them, probably that would have been more hazardous to the Americans. But there you go, Captain and friends getting ready, so looks like he's actually upgraded 3 rifle squads here with flamethrowers. That's quite something else. I'm not that used to seeing that many riflemen being equipped with flamethrowers, but certainly will give them a bit of close-up firepower, though of course also the chance of bursting into flames, as of those struck down by the wrath of God, if that thing gets hit. Pioneers with their own flamethrowers, we're seeing a large American force in their captain spearheading efforts there. And the Pioneers, I fear, will not be able to make much of an impression in the long run. And there we go, smoke grenade as well, basically covering, ensuring they have to get close within range of the rifleman and the flamethrower further. Nicely caught in a little assault there, and now he's actually set up a light mix company. He didn't bother with anything from here, then why did he get it? I mean, he could probably by now, if he hadn't built that, get up, say, a Panzer IV or a Flak Panzer or something and begin striking back in the enemy infantry a bit more harshly. So a bit odd there by Angreifen, a bit odd. Map control still a bit of a problem here. You need to do something to get back, in particular before his opponent has any chance of getting out armour. He's very vulnerable, and there you go. Pack 40 on the way. Plenty of fuel available there for David. So, Grenadiers moving on. There we go. Can they get close? They could try a sprint. David there, slightly missed. Oh, never mind. He clearly did not misjudge, though he ended up retreating then, while still getting a lot of the assault grenadiers. Another assault pushing up MG42 mortar grenadiers. Can he make a successful assault with already there? Contact going in, the rifleman crossing the street alongside the captain. Flamethrowers galore. Grenades also available. Better here for these MG42 firing in, mortar joining in. If he only had the assault gunners brought in as well, he might have a better chance. There go, quickly occupying the building with the captain. But there we go, Flammenwerfer burning through those Yankees. And a rifle grenade flying into the building. That's definitely a lot of grenades being exchanged. Like a little grenade exchange party. Stugi now available. Might sort of push through, but then again he could have gone for a Stugi or an Ostwind or a Panzer much before that, so I'm not sure why then sort of bothered with that. I mean, he's in fact built 2 structures here without actually using them, besides getting maybe a pack. I would argue there might be a slightly resource waste there. Mortar crew not doing so well. Looks like they will manage to get away successfully. Skirmishes moving up. At the same time, smaller harassment missions going out. The assault gunners are in a rather exposed and perilous situation. You might want to actually just pull them back already non-reinforced. Otherwise, we're seeing sort of force hanging right here and there. Skirmishes moving forward. He's recovered with an anti-tank rifle grenade. There we go. Close engagement there as well. The rifle 19 together. There go damaged engine. Veterans in 3. And the Pioneers are being overwhelmed. Once more the captain charges in with some friends with a flamethrower. Troops reinforcing, mortar standing about here. Waiting for some friends to join him and actually shoot it.
The peg gun is ready for orders.
Nice strike there. Looks like another unit got wiped and they've gone. In fact, it was the assault grenadiers. Again, they were in a poor condition. Yet still Angreifen pushed them ahead and he did get them killed. Tragically so. Studio about to be repaired.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Go, repaired, once more effectsbereit to strike down the Americans. Although, I mean, really, by 1944-45, Stugis really weren't much there around. They were basically part of training and reserve units. Might occasionally be dragged in because there's nothing else available about it, really. They'd rather outlive their heyday, which was in the early parts of the war, before, again, they were basically replaced by the Stug F8 and later G, with higher velocity guns. Mortar fire here versus the anti-tank gun. Good job. Trying to keep a Stug here to sort of ensure he can't be easily hit there by the American anti-tank gun. But what is this? An artillery piece has arrived. David calling in the pack howitzer.
The enemy is attempting to steal
Capturing
our
up here. Two anti-tank guns rather here in the village. They're attempting to get close here to the other one, the Stugi. Upon enemy being secured, rifles sitting up from behind as well. And there go the Stugi connecting. Artillery strike going in as well. A white phosphorus barrage. While the Stugi continues to further get away. Anti-tank guns not moving up to support further, he's not here. Allowing the Stugi to continue to bombard here and keep away the Americans. With high explosive rounds and faith in the Third Reich. Anti-Endsieg. Still aggressive use of the ambulances to keep forces at the front line nice and ready. It's definitely going to be a bit easy or difficult for Angreifen to actually push him off. Now noting, by the way, with two packs, still no replacement infantry, still no sign of anything from the support armor corps, no Panzer, no Stug, no Flak Panzer. Bit surprised at that, if anything. I mean, the action scout is a bit odd, you know, that he techs up, goes for this, then this, but barely hasn't used this at all. Pack Howitzer continues to prove itself a menace to the German army. And already ready to here, by the way, for the mortar crew, that's definitely going to help. Angreifen with more accuracy and a higher rate of fire, certainly putting more pressure upon David right there, inside the village. And there we go, Panzer Grenadiers have arrived. Panzer Grenadiere. Opening up then the rifleman, getting a nice bits of veterancy there. He might want to switch over to Incendiary if he's going to sort of further damage. Really bleeding out. David right there, but looks like David this time around is a bit quick retreat. And looks like he's doing attacks. He's just calling an Incendiary barrage on the MU-42. Well, more white phosphorus really, basically setting most of the place on fire. Looks like he lost his flamethrower. The Pioneers down here virtually two about being engaged by rifleman. The rifleman's starting to be slowly winning, but there you go. The Stug will turn things around. Although the Pioneers got wasted. Nein, run, Fritz, run. Escapes the Americans. And now we see here that David is bringing up something a bit bigger than a Stugi. He's bringing up the Sherman EC8. That should definitely part of the pressure. And they go roughing, attacking the Stugi from the front here. David there was not quite thinking through. I mean, you really have to be careful around the Stugi as the Americans. It is quite effective. And it's certainly, I mean, that is one of the reasons why American Assault is very popular with Wehrmacht players versus the American Suzuki. Usually can do quite a bit of handy work. He's probably there go the Panzers losing weight, but they're already getting focused down here. Not sure why sending him without any support. Seems quite frankly a bit of a silly idea. But again, another smaller harassment attempt there. Drawing up force, in this case, the Sherman EC-8. Sending them running like dogs up there. But so far, Angreifen is very much struggling with getting the rest of the back. His victory points are looking against him compared to David. At the same time, David is sort of beginning to take things a bit more relaxed, not pushing as hard as maybe he could. And certainly allowing things to sort of survive a bit here. But shifting down here, he might want to sort of broaden things up versus the Stu. Though we do see tactics him doing go towards the west there, while fresh infantry makes way for another engage towards the village. Not bad, not bad. Both anti-tankers coming. He's probably expecting to sort of bait in the Sherman then. Then drawing into the pack line there. Not a bad. Oh! Another unit wiped out. Again, do not underestimate the Sturmgeschütz. Munitions cache up. Interesting spot there. You'd expect him, closer to base here. Certainly a bit closer behind anything around here, but exposed on the left flank, which is very much open and vulnerable. But David, in fact, time to hop over to David, who loves his white phosphorus. Mortar crew caught in it. In fact, lots of people are almost dead, in fact. Ooh, close to getting the mortar crew there, but he does allow it to escape. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, I can't say.
Losing a capture point.
But Angreifen seems sort of getting a bit sharper now, sort of broadening things up, trying to attack here and there, making it harder for David to establish a strong, defensive point. Instead, he has to sort of guess where Angreifen might attack next. Of course, another option is basically have a smaller set of lookouts and then creating a mobile reserve that can rapidly counterattack wherever it is Angreifen strikes.
WPM-110 smoke strike can be delivered to cover our men.
Moving up north here. They got a second munitions cache. I'm a bit curious as to why I get so many munitions caches at the moment. Instead of, say, expending manpower towards, more Sherman EC-8s. I mean, if he'd just saved up the manpower, he could probably have at least one and a half more, which could certainly apply more pressure versus Angreifen. There you go, though, battles versus the anti-tank guns. I imagine when you get those packs, the Stugi is going to be a very easy target. Also, seems like that Angreifen is saving up for a Tiger tank again. Begs the question, why did he build the support armor core if he's not using it? One bit whatsoever. Gonna get a bit of a beating there by the Americans. Flame-throwing grenades, doing the grenadiers in.
Tank support is here.
There you go, a second EC-8. So named for the suspension and other bits there that made it a much smoother and easier ride.
The capture point is under attack.
Also had a higher velocity gun, but with noticeably less high explosive power and thus less infantry combat ability, which actually made it somewhat unpopular with American tank crews, since they actually preferred, being able to reasonably effectively kill infantry as well. And there you go, Tiger arrives here for Angreifen. Tiger. Looks like he's setting up for a pinch maneuver here on the German positions by the outskirts of the village, but at the same time the infantry still going in. Panzer is leading the way, Pioneers following up. They could try and clear out the anti-tank, but over here the Sherman intervenes. And the fresh one's actually getting a 50 caliber mounted. That should help him out. But there goes Stugi, Tiger arriving and opening up there on the Sherman. The same kind of tank on here. Take aim, but also switch over here to the arm-piercing rounds. He should probably aim for the Stugi first. Looks like he might not be doing that. And there we go, wiped out by the Grenadiers. Good job there. Oh, the anti-tank gun cleared as well. This is really bad. Angreifen is managed to clear out the main threats here so far to his armour. The 2 anti-tank guns. That leaves behind only the Sherman EC8s. And the Pack 4 is not dealing with that though. Right here, Angreifen's actually making a huge mistake. He's sending in the anti-tank guns on their own. It's probably a misclick, but it certainly doesn't help. But here we go, getting off some good shots from the Shermans, forcing them further away as the Tiger support by the Stuki continues up. 1 anti-tank gun cleared out, and it is coming up. Things are very quickly turning against David here. If only he might have, say, teched back, tried to set up some anti-tank mounts here with an M20. You know, the advance from Angreifen might have gone slightly differently if you say the Tiger got immobilized in the middle of the village, but too late for that now. Pack hard to find, but they're coming to fight from the Tiger. Anti-tank crew and the gun itself not looking too splendid here. And there you go. Torch! Die Amerikaner wie es kaputt. And so is the Haubitzer. And there you go, the flamethrower banner is what we are really seeing here. That he's basically bashing in David's skull at the moment. And there you go, Tiger almost knocked out, but at the current moment, David is essentially lacking something to really deliver the killing blow. He's got no anti-tank guns. The Shermans are not in a good position, and he's got no Jackson either. Looks like he's trying to do it here with the captain. There we go, main gun is shot, almost got it, Sherman taking a hit there. Can the captain, oh, there we go, the captain, oh, never mind, almost did it, but the Sherman that gets the killing blow, needs to get away though. And it is time for the mid-game analysis. We are seeing here that Angreifen finally managed to secure the village, though at some noticeable casualties, including the loss of a venerable Tiger crew, but he was able to really deliver some crushing blows there to David, who on the other hand lost a lot of infantry. He lost a lot of support weapons. He's down to 1 infantry squad, all of a sudden a captain who's barely hanging on as well. He's got a vehicle crew and, well, 2 Shermans essentially. He's got some reactionary troops, but otherwise he's got nothing. I mean, he's really taking an absolute thrashing at the moment. I mean, he lost howitzers, anti-tank guns, and lots of infantry. He's in a bit of a bleak spot. He needs to counterattack as quickly as possible, and he needs to get all of these things repaired. He needs to clear out the village. More infantry is first of all needed. He needs to use the elite rifleman training village to get some more veteran riflemen, so that way push a bit back versus his opponent. He could also consider actually upgrading for Siberia to actually increase the rifleman's firepower as well, since certainly anything that can help with that would be of great benefit to him, I think. Would certainly pressure the infantry and the anti-tank guns further, and then he can sort of get the Stug there with his Shermans. He would certainly have a good chance of really striking back. But right now infantry should be a priority. And maybe considering taking out and again getting some anti-tank myself in the MT-20. Again, something a lot of people forget, but again, it's a very powerful mine. Again, it pretty much immobilizes any tank or vehicle that hits the mine. So it'll very much be something he could consider. Right now, he needs to basically push back Angreifen as quickly as possible. He needs to lead a successful counterattack. Or another option is basically sort of rush up him, begin taking territory away from there, ensuring that Angreifen, again, will sort of have to devote forces to actually sort of try and hold that territory, thus splitting up, making it a bit weaker. Otherwise, you know, rebuild the infantry. The infantry really took some nasty losses. Get back as many of the anti-tank guns as possible, so he has something to, you know, hold up versus further on, because Angreifen is not going to hold back. He's going to get more tanks, obviously. And looking at Angreifen here, also looking damage-wise, we're seeing here that they're actually extremely equal, even kill-wise. They're rather close, which would normally count a bit against Angreifen. There's that something to keep in mind. But there, he's got the infantry. His Canonister could easily do with some light machine guns. I'm a bit surprised he hasn't upgraded any of his Canonister with light machine guns, so it doesn't infinitely give him more firepower versus David's infantry's also got the Panzer Grenadiers. They're doing alright. He's got the anti-tank guns. He's got chance here for securing another one. I might suggest that. Otherwise, he might want to get more armor. Panzer Force or Stugs right now would be a good choice. I mean, if he's really bold, he could try and save up for another Tiger, though he's going to do that. He might want to consider getting at least up a fuel cache to sort of help with that endeavour. But overall, I mean, considering the sort of battle he just went in for, I mean, losing only the Tiger still, while a harsh blow, he otherwise did not lose as much men and equipment as his opponent, and that's really sort of going to be a small chance of really sort of getting back and really solidifying a comeback. So further pushing up after getting some more armor could do him quite well. In particular, if he can sort of land a artillery barrage in the right place again, just upgrade his grenadiers. Mines could also do quite well. I mean, a few tiller mines in the right places could break up any counterattack from David quite solidly. So that's also very much an option there for our Germanic friend. But back here to David for the time being, back to the fight. There you go, another white phosphorus barrage, hoping to catch some of those anti-tank guns. The note, the white phosphorus barrage only damages, cannot kill. And can make vehicles not be able to shoot apparently all anti-tank guns. Maybe, I don't know. But again, it can't kill. So it's not like an incendiary barrage, though it has a lot of other effects.
We're losing a capture point. Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
There we go. I mean, he's actually called in a third Sherman. I mean, he does offer some benefits in some regards, but still, he needs to quickly replenish his infantry as well. But there you go. The acting Angreifen going in for the Sherman with the gun. He got loose. He got loose. And there. Oh, very close there. Could the Sherman get the kill and wipe out a veteran Grenadier here for the 116th Panzer Division? No, looks like it escapes. Flamethrower not picked up. And there you go. Securing the anti-tank gun and repairing it. Though the Pioneers could do some reinforcements. A bunker could follow up to sort of do that. By the way, good job there. Good job there, and good thinking there by Angreifen actually repairing his anti-tank gun. Well, his newly acquired anti-tank gun, formerly American.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
So basically, a British-designed anti-tank gun made by the Americans in German service. And there we go, Veteran on the Sturmgeschütz. Ausführung E. With Schützen up. Although technically, I don't ever think the Stug actually ever received those Schützen. I might be wrong, but I don't think so, actually. There we go, he's actually trying to flank over the Shermans. Not bad, not bad. And he's got the third one up, set thing repaired all the way here. There goes to command of fire. Anti-tank nuclear getting up, but there we go. All the other anti-tank setting up. He's actually moving into very bad position. We're seeing the Panzers up with the Panzers as well. This is basically a wall of anti-tank gun or anti-tank fire. Sherman taking heavy damage. The main gun is gone, laying down a smoke screen, but the Panzer gun is with Panzers. Don't care about that. So we got the anti-tank gun. Oh no! The Granatenwerfer forgot the call. Now the Sherman's abandoned. They're interested enough, the Germans don't seem interested at the moment, though they might be more preoccupied with the Sherman. Captain leading the charge here, getting absolutely pummeled into pulp here by the Stug. Sherman engaging some infantry, laying down a bunker foundation there. Good job, but in this case, he probably expects Sherman. There you go, Sherman going there for the Stug. Pack turning about, getting some good hits, and there you go, target weak point. Great use of the ability, great use, great use. And we can just hear the Sherman get torn apart. Not before they get to Stug, but still, that's quite costly. One pack crew down, one pack left, one pack left. Can he get it? Looks like the Panzer is trying to do what it can. He needs infantry support, but again, he's down to nothing. He's that called in another Sherman. Panzers here close, getting wiped out by the Shermans. Everything's in tatters for both sides. Yes, wreckage all over the place. Abandoned equipment, packs. And other fun bits in the Panzers are trying to escape. Run, Dieter, run! You are carrying valuable equipment. And I suppose you yourself also a bit of a way to get killed. Absolutely chaotic right here, and the Pioneers with a American flamethrower. You know, Dieter, it looks like it's leaking. Yeah, you know what it says, made in America. Anyway, Sherman seems to pull back before they get hit by a Panzerfaust. And he needs to basically secure Smart Support again. Get some infantry out. Get some boots, David. Boots. And that department has... Oh! Nice job there, calling in a telebarrage there, and the Shermans... Fortunately, the crews in there, being able to sort of not paying attention there. That could have been 2 vehicle crews killed and 2 Shermans abandoned right before Davy. That would have been GG. Still, no one's been taking that down. Smoking Sherman, I suppose that's rather it. The Sherman was rather notorious for bursting into flames, so I suppose that might be it. You get into it. No, you do. Another head-on assault there. But Angreifen is in trouble, though. He might be saying, up there, go for another Tiger tank. While Dave's trying to take him upstairs. He's getting more Shermans. He's just getting more Shermans. He's not getting more infantry. I really think he should get more infantry. Please, you can recruit those 2 packs, because those could really put some serious hurt on any armoured advance. Pioneers are close to getting wiped out. So 3 Sherman easy-8s guarding the, well, what remains of the village centre. With the 2nd Tiger being mobilised. Reassuring troops moving up. The captain's basically sprinting around, taking territory wherever he can, and they go head on into the assault, taking heavy fire there from the Shermans. Veterans too, lovely increasing accuracy and they're not the rate of fire. And there go another unit wiped out. The losses slowly pile up here for Angreifen. And the Tigers behind there go White Phosphorus barrage, and you hear Veterans flee. That's good for him. Right, we need to get away, and we actually see he going straight for the fuel point. Bold, bold.
Our opponents are seizing a sector. Heavy panzer is ready.
Oh, smoke screen, lovely, lovely Angreifen, lovely. Except he does not seem to be using it. Which begs the question why then. A bit odd. He might have had some plan, but apparently there might have been some aspects missing. Who knows? Or was he actually inspected? I mean, the crew's not going to be that fast, so that was a bit of a silly thing there, maybe. Who knows? Oh well. And now, in fact, he's about to lose the vault to crew there, 23. And now he's forced to send in the Tiger here, digging out with the Shermans. And the Shermans at the farthest range will actually have a bit of trouble there with the Tiger's front armour, whereas the Tiger, with its big gun, won't have as much for the Shermans, I believe. I might be slightly wrong there. No, never mind, I was wrong. And he actually had a chance of deflecting there. There he goes. Sherman's moving ahead. If only he had those Pack 40s to say the 4th Sherman there, he might be able to lay down some search fire there as the Tiger. He just seems to be focusing down there. Shots there bouncing off though. There you go, that shot one through. Ooh, there we go, Panzer Strex knocked out one Sherman. And there you go. Down to less than half HP with the Tiger already, capturing what he can. Shermans also. And there you go, the Panzers doing the rest of the work there, charging forward. If only they had 50 cavalry, they might be able to, or say some more infantry to support the Shermans. But again, he's a bit lacking there as well.
Tank gun has arrived.
Another attempt here for the Northern Victory Point. The Pioneers heavily depleted. Engaged here by the Veterans, defeat Reitman. That is not looking to be a happy story there for those Pioneers. And he's going to need to repair his Tiger as well soon. And again, still no one's picked up that Sherman there. I mean, usually you'd expect an abandoned Sherman needs to be picked up first thing possible. Instead, it's basically left like a monument to American engineering right there by the wayside. Smoking, and no one quite wants to touch it.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
At least he got one of those Pack 40s up. Another White Phosphorus barrel here to sort of hold things up. Their men smoking a bit there. Pack 40 moving up. And the Tiger's still not been repaired, of all things. I'm a bit surprised at that. Ooh, Pack 40 missed. Another Pack 40 then moving up here for Angreifen. And he might be losing his golden chance to actually knock out the Tiger, thus basically crippling Angreifen, I think, further. But no sort of really attempt there. No, he finally got around to actually showing the Sherman there. Waltzing off with a few riflemen there. And pulling it back for some most needed repairs. Getting another Sherman, still very little infantry. Still very little infantry. And leaving the tanks to some rear echelon troops while moving up the rifleman and the captain again. Looks like he's making an attack here. He's trying to make a push forwards again. Rifleman needs to get out, then the building is very close to collapsing. The rifleman as well, also very close to just dying. Get them. Oh dear, he just lost a veteran for the rifleman unit. That's... I mean, considering with the rifle company, there's of course a chance of getting that a bit more safely still. Ooh, Tellermine up here as well. He's probably a bit worried about the flank on the Tiger. Good job thinking there, good thinking. It's certainly also a rare spot to see Tellermines, which also makes the doubly more effective. Yet still actually sees a lot of vehicles move through there. So nice there. Might pay off for him, might pay off, or it might just be a huge disappointment. Looks like he's pushing it in. The assault. Sherman taking a hit there. Pack 40 crew down. He's not... Oh, he lost his own again, it seems. Attacking here. Engaging from several sides. And there go, going to flank, and the Tellermine, kaboom! Pack 40 got the other one. Lost the Tiger out of the way. 2 Shermans down. In brief concert. That was just terrible right there. That was 2 Shermans gone. The blink of an eye. Particularly the ones in the mine, that's definitely going to hurt morale. And now he's got 2 squads with Panzermix as well again. I mean, he can easily go for that. Because again, his opponent's just putting only resources into Shermans. I mean, how do you say, you know, use all those pack 40s up there, you might make things a lot more difficult for Angreifen with some proper infantry set. You know, he just kept pouring into the Sherman Easy 8s. Sorry about that, that was my neighbour. But now Angreifen here might have just made a successful push. Again, the mine here turned out to be a stroke of genius. Standing by. Yeah. And now this is really looking bad here for David. And now it seems like David is sort of rather given up. Seemingly convinced his opponent's got a ton of resources, but essentially he hasn't really gotten that. I mean, he's not playing versus the Oberkommando, which is basically strangled. I mean, the Wehrmacht essentially has the same amount of resources as an American player or a Soviet player, which of course some might argue shouldn't be the case. Well, there you go. Sherman taking quite a few blasts there. Captain needs to go away. Now the Tiger advances, like a great prowling beast. Very close to victory too, by the way, and that's only going to make things more effective. And there go Veterans 1, but there go Vetri 2 for the Tiger. That means increased range, that means increased scatter. That just basically means the Tiger is much more evil. And again, Klutz getting knocked out, but not quite. And, well, that's pretty much GG. I'll just stop there. I mean, the game goes on for a bit more, but that's basically just David wondering on what the hell happened. So I'm not really going to go on that, and there's not really much there sort of in terms of game might to sort of point out. But, you know, game over. Nice comeback here from Angreifen to a certain extent because, well, in terms of force composition, David just kept, you know, throwing Shermans at it. And that's not necessarily going to work out very well when your opponent then sort of gets different kinds of anti-tank weapons. He had packs, he had Tigers, he had Panzer Grenadiers with Panzer Schrecks, and of course Tellermines as well. I mean, that sort of, you know, force composition can break up a much more, you know, one-sided and much more narrow force composition like David essentially. I mean, he had a, you know, decent force here, but again, you know, after the first shot push through here, again, there was a lack of anti-tankers basically covering things here, which is really what he should have had. I mean, there was only one here, and that was quickly cleared out. The other one was basically pointing in the very much wrong direction when the first assault happened. Lost a lot, and then he had a chance of actually covering because at one stage he basically had both German anti-tankers, both patched there. That's usually a grand opportunity, but what happened? He actually didn't secure them. He got one sort of later on, but he never said it really pushed back hard. And, you know, that was the opportunity then with the Tiger there being heavily damaged, but he never really pushed it. And that was essentially there, right there by the mid-game stage. Something slightly went awry there for David. He just kept spamming Shermans, despite having a desperate need for infantry to take up weapons, to sort of crew up, take up territory. Instead, he just kept getting Shermans, and ultimately just couldn't get anywhere with it. In particular because he then sort of began holding a bit back, until, you know, Angreifen was in a strong position right here. So that was essentially where things went wrong for David. And we also seem to have the key as to why he held back. He was convinced his opponent had a ton of resources. And that's essentially the mind aspect of it. I mean, sometimes you can be convinced somehow your opponent just has more than you. But again, I mean, their amount income was always the same. It was probably because he had a bit more territory for a longer period of time. But essentially, I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting 2 Tigers in about, you know, 40 minutes. Because, I mean, in particular with the resources he got, essentially here, you can, for example, see he's getting currently with the one he has that 32 fuel. I mean, if you say you get that for 10 minutes, that's easily more than 1 Tiger, for example. And he held that, for example. So it's not that hard to imagine to understand where he got them from. I mean, Angreifen certainly made some really odd choices here. For example, that was really just a waste of things. And that one, well, you know, he actually got around to using it, so that's great. But that was really weird. He should have made using that partly. But again, it turned out alright for him because, again, for something, David, he just sort of, you know, ground down, he lost spirit, and he rather failed to seize an opportunity again. I mean, getting 2 Pack 40s against a Wehrmacht player is any Wehrmacht player's worst nightmare. In particular, you get the Pack 40 veteran to one of those target weak point. I mean, 1 target weak point there in the Tiger, and that could have been game over right there for Angreifen. But again, essentially that was the entire moment. The entire game basically revolved around, and Angreifen came out the better one of it, and essentially won the game. I mean, sometimes a game can be decided by one moment like that, and that's what happened here more or less. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you gained some new insights, some understanding of the game, and hopefully got a bit better. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everybody. If not, you know, send it in a review, although do send in a replay, I'm not sure how I managed to say the other thing there. I mean, do provide a link to the leaderboards and some proper details. Don't just send in a replay file and nothing else. And otherwise, you know, feel free to, as always, provide feedback in the comments, and always just comment away on this match, what you liked, what you didn't like, and so on. Just be respectful to the players, as I would like to kind of request. But, you know, don't feel afraid to, you know, say maybe what you would like to have done different than the players. I mean, that's only quite fair, I suppose. Anyways, this is Imperial Dane saying thanks for watching, and see you all another time.